Why did you come to this conference?
So first and almost of all, we are part of, I am part of the MECT organization team, but I also think this conference is the perfect combination of meeting people, getting to know your own faith, pray with people together, and it's a good conference. So you have to come. There is no other way.
Can you tell us more about the conference and how the period is going? Yeah, circulating.
So we have a MECT team, the so-called MECT team. It's founded from the Middle European Catholic Day in Mariazell 2004. So next year we are celebrating 10 years anniversary. And we've been together, these countries of Middle Europe, to organize this conference, this MECT pilgrimage actually in Mariazell. And since then we meet every year, 2 times a year. Soon we will meet again after this beautiful conference in Vienna, and our meetings are always about what is happening in youth pastoral in our countries and what can we do together. So we had several projects starting 2005 with the coffee that we were together putting up at the World Youth in Cologne, to 2011 where we were doing a movie for the youth festival in Madrid, and now the conference here. There was a small conference before also in Szombathely in Hungary, 2009, with around 70 people from all over the MECT countries, and now we are 100 people here in Sarajevo, so it's a great pleasure.
And do you see any results of this conference?
Yes, I always take first and almost of all a lot of friends with me home from this conference. And the second thing is, it's very important for me to see how youth pastoral works in other countries, especially when the structure is, when there are a lot of volunteers, how they work, how they do it. In Slovenia, they always bring the example maybe of Stična, where there are 3,000 people gathering at one day, where I think, wow, how do they do that? For one day, 3,000 young people. From examples from Hungary and Bosnia-Herzegovina that are that are enriching my point of view on youth pastoral in an international level. So I'm taking home best practice examples we heard the last days, and I'm taking home a lot of good memories. Yes.
And what about your country? How the youth pastoration works there?
In Austria we have a national level of youth pastoral and then on diocesan level. And we also have communities and monasteries who are doing youth pastoral. But it's also all combined on the national level. So we have an overview of what is happening in Austria. So we have a lot of people who are working full-time already, but we also have a lot of volunteers who are helping us with gatherings, pilgrimages, or other spiritual events.
And what about social media in Austria? Do you use a lot in the youth pastoration?
Yes, we use a lot of social media. We're using a lot of Facebook, and Twitter is not that big in Austria, I have to say, but I think that, as we heard in the presentation, in the keynote speech of Stefan Lesting, it can change from 1 second to the other. So you always have to prepare it. We try to catch up with the social media that is up to date, that is on the top. But, for that, first of all, it not only can be a full-time worker who just sees, yeah, that's going to be the next thing. The young people have to tell it what is the next thing on the social media. So we're listening to the young people and then trying to be there and connect with them there.
And how do you see the future of the social media in the church? Are there any?
Yes, of course. I think it's very important, on one hand, to be on social media, to use it as a tool for spreading faith and the belief, but we can not forget to meet the people, to go out and have contact with them, because otherwise we are missing the goal of it.